Hey guys, Bandit here. Today I'm going over an update for a mod that I reviewed quite a while ago. It was actually one of my first videos ever, but that is the Danny Phantom add-on by Ghostly Things. He reached out to me asking if I could do a quick little update review on it, and so I obviously said yes because, you know, I did the first one and it was really cool, so let's see what the update has. And just in case this is currently unreleased, when it does become released, I will put a link down in the description below. And a disclaimer, this is for Forge only. It is an add-on for the Palladium Forge mod, so Bedrock players, you're not going to use this one. And with that, let's get into the update. So I haven't played this mod for quite a while. I did have it on a server for a little bit, but then we had to remove it because it was conflicting with another add-on that we were trying to use. But this version should have quite a few more things compared to the last one. And looking in the chest, I think that is the case. In the original video, I went over how to get all of the powers, so I'm just going to go over real quick a refresher on how to get them. And the basic idea is you take a hazmat suit and one of these three circuits, the quartz circuit, lead circuit, or advanced motherboard. The hazmat suit is created by using white fabric with iron armor and silicon wafers. These wafers are just smelting amethyst shards, and the white fabric is literally just wool and string, so it's really cheap. Once you have that, you need to take one of the circuits depending on which set of powers you want. When I first reviewed this, it was a random chance for one of them and then surefire for the others, but now it's a quartz circuit will give you the strong ghost powers, a lead will give you the small ghost, and the advanced motherboard will give you the half ghost or the actual Danny Phantom powers. So I'm just going to start with the quartz for the strong ghost for now. In order to get the powers, you are also going to need this multi-block, and this is just made up of black stone and sea lanterns all around a ghost portal center. But once you have it and build it in the configuration like this, note these stairs are just for decoration, you put on the hazmat suit and then you hold the circuit that you want in your offhand like this. Then the act of standing over this will give you a little display down on the bottom. However, we see that this is not working here, and I think this is one of the first bugs that I've come across. For whatever reason, worlds that are pre-made and then have the mod added in do not actually work to give you the ghost powers through the ghost portal. I don't necessarily know why that is, but I'm just saying it here in case it doesn't get fixed for the final release. So because of that bug, I came into this separate world here. This is just a new one I created after making sure the mod was downloaded. And now if I step onto the multi-block like this, I get the little ghost portal icon down on the bottom. And if I hit the V key, I have the powers. So because I'm using this pre-made city just for a nice little backdrop, I won't be able to get the powers through the ghost portal, which is a little unfortunate. However, I can still get the powers using the actual ghost thermos. If you remember from the previous video, the ghost thermoses actually store the different power types inside of them. To use them, you need a combination of the Spectre Slicer in your offhand and then hold the thermos in your main hand. Then once we have them like this, we can right click and then we're given the powers. The first thing you may notice is that I do look quite a bit different than when I did it in that other world, and that's because I was using different accessories or customizations. If we come into the main menu and hit this accessories key, we can see a few different accessories for each of the aliens. For example, here is just changing the costume, and you can have a few skin accessories as well. And of course, some hair if you want to have the cool ghost hair in the front. So in this form, let's see if we have any. Okay, we do have quite a bit of a strength boost. That makes sense. We are the strong ghost. So we get 8 base damage. And it doesn't look like we get any speed or jump boost. The first ability that we have is the transform ability, and if I hit the key, hit simply detransform. When transformed, we have access to 2 abilities, B, which is the second ability, and I believe that's going to be our walk through walls. Yes, it is. We become transparent and we can just simply walk through them. Just like that. This ability is also on a toggle, so I just have to hit it once and I don't have to hold it. Also, I can still do damage. I wonder if I take damage. Let's see. Okay, yeah, I still do take damage. So it looks like there won't be any cheesing going on. The next ability we have is set to the 1 key for some reason. I don't know why it is. But the third ability is just true invisibility, and I do like that there is no entity shadow. I really hate when you go invisible and still have that shadow because it just kind of ruins the whole point of it. But I'm really excited that that doesn't have it in this ability. And the last power is M, which is the just deactivate ability. So if I hit that, I don't. Oh, okay. So hitting deactivate apparently turns on our speed. Okay. And then active, deactive, and then active. Okay, so I guess it's supposed to say, like, it's just a speed toggle. So it's supposed to say walking versus running, I guess. Oh, and it gives us that jump boost. One thing I would suggest is to either change the names for them or just have the single like speed icon like this, and then just having the having it change different colors or just show that it's light up. Because right now it's a little confusing as to see what mode it's in, because everything else is kind of, when it says invisibility, it will turn on invisibility. When this says deactive and you hit, it should deactivate it, not turn it back on, if that makes sense. Either way, it's just a little thing, and I'm sure it can be fixed. Also, I noticed that this is disguise here. So I guess you're not technically turning into a human. You're just keeping a disguise of a human. I do kind of like that touch. And of course, you can fly with this one as well. The flight speed is pretty standard. I'd say it's okay. It's really easy to get this power, so it's probably good that you can't fly any faster than this. But any flight is really powerful in any survival game. Okay, all these buildings look the same, and I think I accidentally lost where I put the stuff. And before I forget, everything has an upgrade tree now, but it looks like the strong does not actually have any upgrades here. Everything just comes unlocked and ready to go. And that seems to be pretty much everything for the strong ghost. So I believe it's a little more than I had last time. So let's move on to the next ones. Remember, to get rid of the powers, you just take the Spectre Slicer in your offhand and the Ghost Thermos. You change the mode and you right click, and it should disable the powers. So it looks like turning off your powers when you add the mod to an existing world, it doesn't work right now. Hopefully that's something that does get fixed in the future, because it would be kind of annoying if you can't add this mod to, your current world that you're playing through. So because of that, I'll just remove my powers the old-fashioned way. Next up on the list is the small ghost powers, and these are gotten by using the lead circuit. So let's grab these powers here. There we go. Right off the bat, this is what you look like. The first ability is the disguise, and just like the other one, it just changes our form back to a sort of human looking thing. Our second ability is the intangibility, which again just lets us walk through walls. The one ability allows us to go completely invisible, similar to the other one. And the main gimmick of this one is the size changing. So if we hit the fourth ability, or M, it shrinks us down a size, and we hit it again, we're even smaller. We're very small, in fact. And we can't. Okay, that's that's a little annoying. We do take a little bit of fall damage, just regular jumping. Not really a fan of that, but we are not able to get up even the smallest of stairs, so you will have to grow up a size in order to get to that. If we hit the M key again, it brings us back to our full size. So it just kind of looks like it's a toggle between these three. Do we have any? Yeah, there's no way we can change the specific size. You just have to kind of cycle like this. Something I would like to see is if we could either like hold the ability and then scroll to change our size, but having that control of going up or down, I think, would be pretty neat. And then the final ability we have is the comma key, which is that active deactive thing for the speed. Oh, this one's actually okay. This one just defaults on the speed mode. Is that different than the other one was? Yeah, I think it is. Either way, I do think this one should be changed up, similar to how Disguise just kind of lights up when it's active. Having it light up would probably make it a little more straightforward, or just changing around the names. And it looks like we do 3 damage regular for punching, and there's no way to change that. Then we can check the upgrades to see if there are any, and there are not. So that's pretty much everything that there is for this one. And the final one we have is the half ghost powers. This one has changed a bit because now it uses the advanced motherboard in order to get the powers, but this one is supposed to be a lot stronger than the other two and just have more abilities. We don't start off in the ghost form because we are only half a person this time. However, we do have the ability to make our eyes glow, and that's not working for me. Hold on. Let's check the accessories first. I have to figure out which one my eyes are. There's lots and lots of different options. Each one stands for the color, how many pixels, and the different variations. Let's see if we can make them glow. Okay, that's down underneath my nose. Try this one. Okay, that's also on my nose. Okay, there we go. That's touching my eyes at least. Okay, looks like that's as high as I'm gonna get it. Now we should be gaining ecto power in this, but it looks like we're not. And again, I'm gonna say it's probably because of the fact that the world wasn't created with this mod. So I'm guessing all of the scoreboards are actually messed up. So we'll just cheat and add it to mine for now. But having a full ecto energy bar means that you can transform just like this, and you get your red eyes and the nice suit. With the suit on, we can then see the different variations. So there's different colors, there's the different, alterations of this from different things in the show. Even a pumpkin suit to make you look like a pumpkin, that's kind of funny. But you're able to transform and de-transform just like that. For flying, we go into a little bit of a, is this slower than the strong ghost? Or the other ghost? I think it might be just a slight bit slower. I could be also crazy, but it looks like maneuvering is kind of slow, and banking the corners is a little difficult to try to change directions, but I think we'll be able to upgrade the speed. We'll check in a second. Of course, the second and third abilities we have are going intangible, which works just perfectly, and going invisible as well. Those are both standard. The next thing we have, though, is dummy, which I think needs a name there, but I bet this is going to increase our strength, and it does increase it by 2, it looks like. If we hold shift and then hit M, changes the mode, and it looks like everything is locked right now, so I'm guessing we're going to have to upgrade that. And then, of course, we have the speed, which just a nice little speed boost and a little bit of leaping. We do take fall damage again, which is kind of annoying. All right, let's see what these new upgrades are. Looks like I don't have an upgrade thing here. Let's head to the other world. All right, so we're in that new world again, and you can see right away that our ecto energy bar is actually passively going up. That's what it should have been doing the whole time. When you're transformed, it passively lowers the ecto energy, so you do have a time limit to how long you can be in your ghost form. It seems like leaping is always on when you're sprint jumping. That's definitely something that I would change. For example, if I wanted to just make a parkour jump right here, or honestly just right there, there's no way I'm gonna make it. I would definitely not make the default be a leap like this. Either way, let's get our dummy back, and okay, we're doing 1 damage and then transformed and hit our M key. Okay, there we go. We're doing 3 damage, and we do have our fists actually glow a little bit. So as we saw before, there's different modes, and if we just shift to change them, we should be able to see what they are. They are locked, so I'm guessing that we have to do some upgrading. So let's look into our menu here, and yes, this is something a little different from when I checked it before. There's actually an upgrade menu. So looking here, the first upgrade is strength, and that increases the number or the damage that you do. So upgrading the first one gives us strength 2 to deal 6 damage. Does it affect our standard form? No, it looks like it's just going to affect the ecto punch. Yeah, it goes up to 6 there. Upgrade allows you to use ability without being transformed. Okay, so that one lets us now use our ecto punch regular like this. It still uses quite a bit of ecto energy though, so that's something to be aware of. Right, the next upgrade is the laser upgrade, and this is going to unlock the next form. So if we hold shift and hit that 4th ability, it should change to the laser, and I bet we have to be transformed. We do. So we fire the laser, it does 5 damage and sets things on fire. How much energy does this use? Yeah, so it looks like this beam doesn't use any more ecto energy than just being transformed does. Looking at the next upgrade, ecto shield, which I assume is just going to be, well, a shield. If we do this, it has the particles, and we're just kind of hiding like this. Yes, so while holding this ability, we cannot be hit by the husk. And then one last upgrade, Ghost Whale upgrade. Looks like there's a little typo in the description there, but this should unlock our Ghostly Whale. So let's transform, let's activate this, and then use it. Okay, that does 26 damage, and it lasts for a while. While it's recharging, let's take a look at these. We have healing upgrade. So I'm assuming this just gives us the faster healing. Okay. Let's see how fast that healing is. About 2.5 hearts every 3.5 seconds. So it's a decent amount of healing. Over here, we have the intangibility upgrade, walk through walls when not transformed. So that's just letting us do it whenever. So again, we're not transformed, and we can activate the intangibility upgrade. Our ghost whale is ready. Okay, so it is still a straight line, but you can kind of move your head around to get all of the people. I think it might be cool if it was just one big area of effect so that you didn't have to move it around, but I'm not sure. Let me know in the comments what you think it should be. All right, the next upgrade, it seems energy upgrade. So this is getting energy faster. How fast is it? Let's see. All right, so it's It looks like maybe 2 times faster. I wasn't really paying attention to what it was before, but the bar looks like it's going up 2 for every 1 that it used to. Energy upgrade 2 uses the energy slower, so we should be able to stay in the form a lot longer. Yeah, it looks like it. Let's see here. Okay, then we've got Ghost Vision. Shift, then use Keybind to enable or disable. Is it trying to give us night vision? Cover this up. So 1. Okay, that doesn't do anything. Let's do Shift. Okay, is it just supposed to be lighting up our eyes? We do this. Okay, so my eyes start glowing if we hit it the first time and then they stop. Shifting 1 to keep them on forever. I don't really know what this upgrade means. But we do have a deactivate and an activate. It's a little confusing that one of them is not already turned on, but let's try the activate. And so that's green. So does that mean the shift to thing is activated? No, they still turn off. I am not really sure what these upgrades are even doing. I think this is supposed to be like night vision, and this is supposed to be a way to turn it on and off. Not too sure though how to make it work, or if it does work. So that might be something that needs a little polishing. But it looks like our last upgrade is fly slightly faster for 15 levels. All right, so that doesn't really seem different, but I did see 2. Yeah, deactive and active, so I think we need to activate it. I think it's making us go a little faster. It might be one of those where I can't tell. If you've seen my videos before, you know I can't really tell the difference between flight speeds unless it's very dramatic. At least the fast healing fixes the fall damage from falling. All right, but those are all the upgrades and powers of this here. Now, since the mod author was asking for some like suggestions and stuff, one of the things I would suggest is kind of rearranging the abilities a little bit. Having all of the attack powers under the same key makes it a little hard to do combat with them. So I would say maybe combine the intangibility and the invisibility into a single one, and then just use shift to toggle either one. But I think it would save space if you combine them, and then that gives you 1 extra space to move the abilities around and make it a little less crowded and easier to access some of them. I do kind of like that this has a clear deactivate and clear activate button. The one confusing part is though that they look like regular upgrades, but maybe moving these around a little bit just to clearly have a difference between, you know, these ones and the actual upgrades up here. And then finally, I think this organization could be changed up just a little bit. It kind of looks like it's taking a little inspiration from F-Sangs where there's the different quadrants, but you don't necessarily have to do that. You can actually get pretty creative with some of the things, and I would encourage maybe looking into trying to reorganize a little bit and making it look a little more unique, I guess. Then again, those are just my suggestions. If you have any other ones, leave them down in the comments. All right, so we're not quite done yet. We still have a few more things to go over. One of them are these items right here, these ghost energy or transform discs. Okay, so there's 2 types. There's energy discs and transform discs. And I'm gonna guess these change the color. You have to shift right click them and then they activate. So we just right clicked the purple transform, and now our ring is purple. And we do have the blue energy, so if we activate this, now our energy fists are blue. And I bet that does change okay, that's pretty cool. Always love a good customization option. Looks like for energy colors, you can have blue, green, purple, and red. Oh, and yellow. And for transform, blue, green, purple, red, yellow, and black. Before I could shift right click them, but it's not seeming like that's going to work. So it seems like you can only use 1 of each. Let me try the energy disc. Yeah, it looks like you can only use 1 of each of them, and once you've used them once, you can't change it. I definitely would change that. The ability to not change them back, I kind of think gets rid of some of the potential of the customization. So I would definitely allow you to quick swap between them. All these are craftable though. So if you want to make the disc, you just have to combine an empty color disc with redstone and the color. Not sure why the green energy disc uses lime dye instead of green dye. Not sure about that. Anyway, the color disc can be crafted using 4 iron and a blue stained glass pane. So pretty simple, and you get 4 of them, so it's really easy to make. And the transform discs are just crafted with the empty color disc and the quartz circuit with the color dye that you want. And that's going to be the same for every one of them. And there's actually one other power set and one more suit we're going to go over. What is happening? Is this a tornado? Oh, no, it's just a casual sandstorm during the review. Great. As I was saying, there's one other power that we didn't actually go over yet, and that is the duplicated ghost. To craft this, you have to smelt the purified ghost DNA, and to craft this, you need to smelt the half ghost DNA. To get the half ghost DNA, you need to craft a lab block, which is made just with a feather, glass bottle, and 2 polished diorite. And then you put this next to a villager who will then grab the job and has a chance of having it for a trade, which he didn't have it for that one. So let's see if he has it now. Yeah, there we go. 15 emeralds will give you the half ghost DNA. And you smelt it twice to get the duplicated DNA. Right-clicking this will give you the duplicated powers. And these work kind of the same as the half ghost powers, but just slightly weaker. Off the bat, you don't get any strength, but you do get the intangibility and the invisibility as well. You can also still fly just like the other one. And you do still have the leaping ability, which again, I think definitely needs to be not default. And a faster speed as well, using the 5th ability. If we look at the upgrade tree, we see the icon does look a little bit different. And this one, okay, this is the kind of tree I'm talking about when I'm talking about better upgrade trees. This one has a clear progression for some of the things. Yeah, I like this one a lot better. However, I do want to say that I like the ability to deactivate and activate some of the other powers in the other one. Just saying, that's a good feature. But it looks like we have Ghost Vision here, which it says shift to enable. Maybe it's just activated when we're shifting. Let me look at that. Let's cover this up. Shift B. Oh, okay. So this one actually does work. It gives us night vision. Is it gonna flicker off? Okay, it just takes a while. So this, I guess, is how it's supposed to work. You shift and use the eye ability to give you the night vision, but it seems that it doesn't actually work for the main half ghost power. So that's a bug that will probably get fixed. One thing I would say though is that instead of having it just let it time out after the 10 seconds when you deactivate it, I would just remove it from the player completely. I think that would make a little more sense. But it looks like this here is just run faster and jump higher, and I'm guessing that's because we haven't toggled this on. And if we toggle it on, yeah, okay, it's on. Then we have the shield, laser, and ghost whale upgrade, and this fix your ghost powers. So the shield and laser are exactly like the other one, the laser being the same even, it still does 5 damage. And if we use shift, we can switch it to the shield again, which protects us from all the damage. And then we also have the ghostly whale as well, which is pretty much the exact same as the other one, where it does... Okay, but this one for some reason does 40 damage. Why is this one so much stronger? I like that there's a difference in the two, but I don't know if I fully understand why this one is so much stronger. The reason I say that is because you do have the ability to fix your ghost powers. This costs 5 Heart of the Sea, and upon doing it, will change your power set from the clone version to the actual full power set. So if we have these in our inventory and we use it here, we now have kind of the full power tree that we saw before. So it removed our old powers and gave us this version. The benefits of this version is that you do have a lot more energy, or at least the energy goes down a lot slower and it goes up a lot faster. Either way, that's all the powers. But we have one more suit, and that is the ghost hunting suit. This can be crafted with a bunch of iron, a quartz flux capacitor, and silicon wafers, which again, you smelt amethyst for these. In order to equip this, you need to put it in your bauble slot, so in your ring section, which is right here. And this lets you have the ability to hit the V key and activate a ghost suit. And it seems that this does not actually work if you have ghost powers. So let me remove them real quick. There we go. I removed my ghost powers, and now we should be able to activate the suit. Here's what it looks like. Looks pretty neat. It's got a nice little backpack on the back and then this cool front side. Right now it looks like there's only one actual ability, and that I assume is going to be a laser. Yes, it is a 5 laser beam, and it looks like it just does... Yeah, you can just hold this forever. I think it would be nice to have it on an energy bar maybe, or at least a cooldown. I mean, at least it only does 5 damage. Lasers are not the only thing that it can have, though. It does have the ability to fly, and it uses this hoverboard to fly, which is actually pretty cool. I think it's about the same flight speed as the ghost powers, but I really like it when there's different kinds of flight, just besides the, you know, the regular superhero flight. Yeah, this is really cool. I think my only suggestions on this one would be maybe a slight change to the nanotech. See if you can have it happen from the arms, because it is coming from the ring, and I think that would be cool if it came from that. Other than that, just adding more abilities to it, and I think this is a solid suit. And with that, that's everything that the new update brought. Again, this is not actually released yet, and the creator asked me to do a little update and just provide some suggestions and stuff, and essentially give everyone a sneak peek on what is happening to get them excited for the release. And honestly, I think I am pretty excited. This is a really cool mod that just needs a few things to help polish it up. And with that, that's all I have. So like, subscribe, and bye.